loves, welcome back to Simone Sees. I'm back with another energetic tap in, and I'm going to get right into it because I'm hearing it's crunch time. Okay, I did get a few downloads that I had to write down, and something could be about gel nails. Somebody could get their nails done a lot. Okay, Flossie, and I saw Flossie not. It wasn't the word. Yes, the word applies, but it was the name Flossie. I also got the energy of a masculine energy because I kept seeing an emperor energy coming out, right? And it's been like all week. So this is for a masculine energy, and I am feeling like it's a Caucasian man. So we're gonna get into that. And it's a Caucasian man who is dealing with Eve in her shadow, okay? And it's not to be mistaken with the energy of Lilith, because Lilith wouldn't even play the fucking role, okay? She's flat out with I'm not doing that shit. Lilith would not play the role, okay? So you can't confuse Eve in her shadow with Lilith. We're not doing that. So you have somebody, and this could be you too, in very lower vibrational energy, right? Because there's some type of deception around you. I don't know if you're awakening to this. You could be sensing this. You could be coming up from under the water to see, like under, because I'm seeing the hydromancy card in my spellcaster's deck. It's the illusion. And the water is like all ripply, right? It's the illusion word that's on it, okay? So you could be coming out of some type of an illusion. Now, I have been burning a lot of rosemary sage, and I was wondering why I had been called to burn rosemary sage for something for particular, but the properties of rosemary are focus, clarity, rejuvenation. It purifies the air, it supports concentration, and heightens mental clarity. Placing it at entryways creates an inviting and healthy balance. So even if you're not burning rosemary sage, for who you are as a man, anything rosemary. So you have if you have a air diffuser, put some rosemary essential oil in it and a couple drops of eucalyptus to clear the air. Okay, so something about the air needed to be cleared. Now, Spirit wanted me to get into this. I'm seeing Maine Coon, and I also saw a Bearcat energy. Okay, you might want to look up what Bearcat spiritual energy means for you. But and it's a Bearcat. It's a rare. I think it's found in Southeast Asia or somewhere. But some people have it like in their zoos, a Bearcat. Okay, and it's not even a bear or a cat. But look it up. Okay, this Lux Ray can see through solid objects. It will instantly spot prey trying to hide behind walls, even if the walls are thick. And I have to turn this down because now this is activated. Okay, so this is activated. Something also is about popcorn. I've been seeing a lot of eating popcorn. I've been seeing a lot of because the Bearcat gives a smell of popcorn. Okay, so something about popcorn. You could be triggered right now, okay? You could be feeling a lot of tension in your shoulders, your head, your neck. Like, I'm not even seeing headache. I'm just getting stress tension, okay? Just pain in your body. And you could be kind of repeating things, going over things over and over in your head right now. And it's all because of some type of an illusion you could be awakening to when it comes to the truth about you being involved with a user and an abuser, okay? You need to see the truth. You need to have some clarity about this, okay? And earlier, I was, it's so funny because my algorithm has been, I love DIY projects. I love tinkering around and fixing things and building things, but I love to watch. So I've been having this algorithm of men who are downsizing, or they're refurbishing things, or they're flipping houses and they're rebuilding houses from the interior down, right? So interior up, rather, should I say, rebuilding new foundations, right? So it was a lot of masculine energy in this energy, and on top of that, I'm also taking a class now, and I'm learning about World War I, and it's leading me to be in a masculine energy. You could be in, you could be like Batman in the sense of his energy, right? He was like a man of many gadgets. Let's just say that. But, and let's just say if he was in his shadow. If Batman was evil, so you can go from Batman, and I'm not saying like, because all the villains Batman had to fight, they were their own shadow, right? Batman has a shadow too, which is part of the reason why he uses it to fight good crime instead of be dark, in a sense, to where he could use that energy and be something totally different. He could not be as kind as he is. He could not hold restraints. He could get physical. It could get ugly kind of energy, you know? Somebody is saying they don't want to be rejected. A detour. Something's gonna be rejected. I'm seeing, see stuttering. Somebody's gonna be stuttering. It's gonna kind of break your heart. I mean, you could be in this energy right now, like feeling like it's a lot of lightning and thunder. Okay, let me get to what I was saying with that man. What he told, what he said. His name was Chris's Fam, right, on Facebook, and I put a note in on what he said. Okay, a bunch of grumpy men golfing. So you could be golfing too. There could be something about golfing, but that's I have some other downloads, so that could be relative to the other downloads. But he said confidence and competence are not always the same thing. Okay, and it was the Emperor card that I saw in my mind's eye, and it came out last night. And then tarot number and angel number 94. Okay, and angel number 94 was talking about like closing out cycles. It's like putting your foot down in a certain way. Okay, there's this mirror effect energy here that spirit wants you to stay focused, okay, in regards to whatever it is that you see. You could be the type of man that you see my child is watching me. You don't want to be the same type of reflection of maybe the men in your family, like your father, your grandfathers. You know what I'm saying? They have that thing, he is his father's son. Yeah, you are, but that doesn't mean you display the same characteristics as your father. You know what I'm saying? So this could have been a heavy influence for you for who you are and how you present yourself today. Okay, air energy. So you could be, yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, thank you. This is some clarity that you need. Okay, it's about you and your own self-worth, because masculines struggle with this shit too, and I need us women to understand that. So the energy that I've been seeing is and feeling is somebody who's very frustrated because of, perhaps you could be dealing with somebody where they are so used to the finest, most luxurious things in life that you have presented to them, and it has not been a break at all in between the time that you have been with this person until now that you have stopped being a provider and a protector. But who is there to protect you? I'm seeing the energy of somebody who is very well kept, spoiled, rotten. But if you were to lose everything you had today, perhaps it's not even that deep, because a lot of the energy that the men were doing was about downsizing. We don't need all of this. It's a strain financially in this economy. You have to stay afloat. And we know when it comes to, like, look, for instance, if you're in real estate, salary. So I just love watching those videos and seeing the outcomes of how they can start from nothing, and they're teaching themselves how to go through these different stages of construction. So a lot of construction work, maybe renovations, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Now, there's a lot of low vibrational energy surrounding this, okay? Now, I'm going to get a little bit of more information to see why, and I'm going to get my Kipper and Lenormand deck, because, again, I feel like I'm dealing with a Caucasian man, okay? Could be Gemini energy, okay? You could be dealing with a Pisces. Pisces is at the bottom of the deck in reverse, and then it's something about some type of red flag energy. So let's get into this with this Gemini energy, okay? Spirit, please show us what it is that you need to see. Now, it's crazy because let me get into this dream I had, right? It's crazy because this lady came to me twice. It was a white lady, and she had these really beautiful, like, puffy cheeks. I don't know if she got Botox, but she had these puffy cheeks. She had a very thin, like, chin frame. She would remind me of Sally Fields from Steel Magnolias, but her hair was like blonde and gray. It was like a mixture of the colors, right? And she had the hair up in the front a little bit, and then she had some of the hair down, but it was like really kind of like short, like lower neck length, okay? And she came to me twice. She was such a sweet little, she looked like such a sweet little lady, you know what I'm saying? She could have been a little tall though, not a little lady. Actually, she could have been kind of tall, a little over average maybe, over average height, but she was very petite, you know what I'm saying? So she appeared to me twice, and she just smiled at me. Once in a dream, and then when I was in my waking state, she came to me in a vision. So that could be significant, okay? She was a Caucasian lady. What do you want him to know? Ooh, you want him to know a lot. Okay, there's definitely something to do with the house, okay? Again, I'm getting a lot of renovation. Oh, yeah. You could be in despair right now, okay? It's definitely having to do with a marriage. There's going to be a message coming, okay? Something about a child. This person could be something about a fight, okay? It's some deception surrounding this. (311) March 11th could be significant. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. There's something about a child. Somebody could have gotten a message of despair, a message that really put them in despair, okay? What is this regarding? There could be a child here in this situation. Some type of abuse, okay? And I'm not getting like physical abuse. I'm getting more of like, I don't know, like abusing your kindness. Closed off. Yes, so masculine energy. You could be very closed off, guarded, and resistant in this energy right now. Okay, you could be in your shadow energy. And what I kept seeing, okay, my son loved Batman. when he was little. And I also saw something about Batman earlier when I was kind of like scrolling. It kind of gave me that energy. I feel like you could be in despair because maybe you got to say something to this person, and it may disrupt what is normal for you or her. But this is what another thing that I learned, because just to be transparent, okay, it's one particular day where he and I had argued. And I remember that he was in his shadow when it comes to this situation. And it wasn't really an argument. We were discussing finances and we were discussing bills, and like, we're in this together. We're in a partnership. And I was, explaining to him that I needed him to help more. You need to be of more help, and I need more assistance in this environment. And I was really holding him accountable. We was holding one another accountable, don't get me wrong, but I was holding him accountable. And that day just ended in chaos because he went, and his way of being in his shadow was he was going to get some money. It was going to be from a woman, okay? So I'm going to just put it to you like that. So I ended up catching him with the woman. Okay, and it just ended in disaster and chaos. Okay, that day was horrible. So it's like that self-awareness of, you know what I'm saying, and the expectations of being aware of your expectations, and then setting expectations. You need to deliver a message to where you set some type of a standard of what you expect in this energy. You have to be partners, because I've been seeing a lot of 80-20, right? And now if it's in here, in this moment, in this place that you are in right now of this energy, you need help. And you need to let her know that you need help. You need a break, okay? You need a break. Number one, yeah, you could be secretly going through this right now. And it's not even that it's toward her. It's you feeling like you are less than something that you are. You are describing yourself in a way that is so humbling. And I need to say this because the word humble does have a negative connotation, because you are supposed to feel less than others, beneath them. I'm not humble. I'm grateful for everything. No slave is above the other. And in some way, shape, and form on this earth, we are all slaves to something. Adjustments are required, my love. You need to set some standards. This is when you see if they are loyal or not. If they can't accept you having to downsize. And that, my love, is one of the most... I don't even understand or have a word to say about how ridiculous it would be for a woman who has been... I understand the adjustments are difficult, but as a woman who has been taken care of, knowing that your man needs to take a step back from all of whatever it is, like they can't do it right now. That don't mean it's going to be forever, but not right now. I can't do it right now. Even as a woman, you can't fix the under the sink right now. I'll do it myself. I know I'm that type of individual. I'll do it myself. I get impatient when it comes to stuff like that because I've been having to do it. So it would be a challenge for me to have somebody that just come in here and do it for me, because I'm gonna be watching the whole time while he doing it anyway. So if he's not here, one day should something happen and I need to be on some MacGyver shit, I can do it. Should he not be available in that emergency moment, unless it's something crazy, okay, I wouldn't mind doing that. I just did this. I put a little glue right here just until you got here to look at it. Just because I didn't want the house to flood or nothing. Shit like that. But this is where you will learn her true character, because what is in a woman's heart will also show on her face as well. This is where you will see whether she really fuck with you or not. Was it the money? Or is it because she really loved who the fuck I was? She really loved every aspect about me, as long as I was putting out. As long as I'm seeing Love and Basketball when Zeke McCall was talking to Quincy's mom. And he was saying, as long as I keep your fine ass in Gucci and gold. As long as the aesthetic is up to par. Yeah, a personal issue reaches resolution. It's time to turn this into the upright. Cancer energy, it's like a Cancer represents emotions, feminine energy. You need to get out your feelings right now. World War I can't act like a woman in this energy as I'm learning in this class. I must think like a man. I'm remaining in my feminine energy, but I gotta be Lilith. And then it's even harder for me right now because of the things that I'm learning while I'm taking this course. And it's so easy for me to turn the Wicked Witch switch on. And it would be justified. So I'm trying to, I'm not trying, I'm suppressing it. I have, that's a part of learning about self-control as well. Something about self-control, okay? Distance. You could be distanced right now. You guys could kind of just be like at odds a little bit, or you could kind of just be kind of staying away. And I don't know if she's even in, she might not even be in like a dark energy. This could just be you. If we're talking about somebody who maybe you're just overthinking. Yeah, it's something about you not wanting to go out either. Okay. You're in a depressive state right now. She might not even respond the way you're scared that she could respond if this is somebody who I'm feeling like, okay? You don't know how she's going to respond if you don't say it. That's why I say learning how to communicate. And some people learn only how to communicate through acts of service and giving and, gifts and let me just buy you a bag and this will take away whatever argument we had. No, you have to talk. You have to talk. I can't even wear that purse with everything I got in this closet. You just don't go with all of my shoes. How can you talk? You gotta talk to me, because I sure talk back. Let her know. Don't hold out, because I've seen so much turmoil take place out of relationships with people. Yeah, your worth. I've seen it firsthand about how the ego can create volcanoes in relationships when it comes to lack of communication. You have to communicate. This is where you'll see. And if she responds negatively, okay. But if she doesn't, you don't know unless you take the step and make the decision to honestly express what is going on, rather than being in your shadow and creating more than what it could potentially not even be. It could or it couldn't, but you don't know. It all depends on how you approach the situation. Ace of Wands as it came out in reverse, okay? And it's like not taking action. Something about secretly not, because this person is sinking. She's drowning. Giving up. Wanting to, oh, my throat chakra. Wanting to escape. Cappuccino. I know it's in the afternoon, but I got studying to do. Okay, yeah, you are definitely a masculine energy. Like I said, thank you, Spirit. You're creating distance. You could be, and that's okay. Take a step back if you need to. That's okay. What is going to be the outcome? Yeah, you got great fortune. Okay. Oh, see, oh my God. No, it could be something about a marriage. I mean, even if you're going through situations with divorce, like I said, delivery is everything. It doesn't have to get to that. You know, it's like if this is anything like me and she's anything like me, I take that shit seriously. Them vows serious. Cause when I dedicate myself to you, and I'm dedicated. Yeah, masculine energy. This could be what is going to cause the end of it. If you are in a karmic, dark masculine energy. If you turn Batman into an evil character or the villain, if Batman becomes the villain, shadow of Batman, no. Because he's dangerous as fuck in the light. Even though he comes off as a dark person, a dark image, that's his, you know, his shield. That's his shield in the world. When he goes home, he's just Bruce. He's Bruce Wayne. That's who you're supposed to be able to be when you go home. Because you got to be Batman when you outside. You could come home and be Bruce. You don't have to stay Batman. But you got to talk. It'll end if you be in this Batman shadow energy. That's a good movie. And you better give me my props if you make a movie. Because we all have a shadow. King of Wands reversed. You will sabotage it. You would sabotage it. And you don't know if things are going to be okay or not. If things are going to be well. Everything, all is well. All is well. All is well. All will be well if you change the outcome. Change the way you look at it. Because I've been seeing 111, 1212, and I saw 1010. And then what other number did I see? I've been seeing a lot of numbers. 1717. I've been seeing a lot of mirror energy. Yeah. So there's going to be some type of situation in the future where you'll be moving on to something good, something well. All will be well, okay? Just remain loyal to yourself, okay? And you don't know her loyalty if you don't put her in the position to where she has to show you she's loyal. It's easy to show you loyal when you getting bag after bag in your heels and you can go and just take the card and do whatever. But can I be loyal if I got a budget? If I can only spend so much this month on the groceries? If I can only have this much to shop for my free time? If I get put on an allowance? Like, because you need to just, we going to have to ease up on our spending a little bit for this period of time. If it's as simple as that and she can't adjust, that's where you'll see if it was really what it was supposed to be about. But if she can say, okay, honey, that's no problem. I understand. You know I have a spending habit, so just please continue to let me know because I've been used to it. Just keep I'm the type of person I'll be like, let me know that my son's dad. Let me know something then. Yeah, you're putting yourself in a mental prison, my love. Very sad, okay? You're hiding how you feel, okay? Maybe you feel guilty right now. And, sometimes as women, we have a way of, and let me make this clear. No, I am not married, and I have not been married. I have been engaged. They always want to put a ring on it. There's no mistake about that. But can you hold up to what you presented to me when you courted me and when you got me to this place to where you made me feel comfortable? Can you keep that up? Can you keep up? Baby boy, you made me lose my breath. Make a noise. Can you keep up? I'm feeling like you kept up. You stepped up and you kept up. Okay? And I'm getting to the, you could be, I don't care what race you are, because this is for divine masculines who are really that close from being in their shadow energy. And we all have different shadows. And I said that to say that, no, I'm not married, but I've had long-lasting relationships to know. You know what I'm saying? I be in it for the long haul. That's not a mistake. And my son's father always used to tell me that his job was to learn me. And I had to grasp the concept of what he was saying. So in return, I also had to learn him. I took it upon myself to learn him as well. And I learned in the relationship that when he was in this energy and struggling when it came to finances and children and fucking life, he resorted to his shadow because that's all he knew how to do quickly. That's what he was accustomed to, his shadow energy. It's easy to just fall back into that. It's the hardest thing to do is be right. And women need to understand when it comes to men too. Even for myself, I can check myself when it comes to certain situations. When a man is used to a certain way, I don't care if he's up or down. You know what I'm saying? Even when you in survival mode, you used to having to survive. So it's difficult to transition from survival mode to, oh my God, I don't got to worry about this no more. And the same goes with men who have been born into wealth. And they have to face the truth that, maybe things aren't looking so good in the books right now. Or you got to put your foot down in some kind of way, because I also learned as a woman, and loyalty can only take you so far. Let's not mistake it. I'm not encouraging anybody to be in a situation in which you are dealing with a user and an abuser, okay? But you have to spend time with a person to understand and learn who they are. And the best way that I could have done that was living with that individual. Because when you live with somebody, you understand them to the core of who they are. And if that core of a person is not who they presented to you, it's going to show. I mean, it's the same, the same applies to women, but we're talking about masculines who need to, because it's crunch time. Saturn is in retrograde, my loves. It's crunch time. It's crunch time. Things are going to be reciprocated muy rápido. Okay? Escape from stillness. And that was under the ground. It's like you can't escape from this. You could have been going through some inner turmoil, and I need you to stay focused. And I feel like it's because of this energy. The woman that you are with has forgotten your needs and neglected you and suppressed you, and you are yearning for care and support. This person could be like a keeping up with the Joneses kind of intervention. Because maybe you feel like you won't be seen in high honor anymore. This is ancestors to me too. What else, Spirit, do you have as we close this out? And take it as an apply. Yeah, you're going to get some unexpected income. Or something could be happening unexpectedly with your income. Okay? If this is the case, either or. Okay? Your ancestors are here. Yeah, you're going to get a message of concern in regard to some type of sudden wealth in reverse. Okay? Family room in reverse. Maybe you got to just downsize. You know? Maybe you got to downsize. Okay? The Six of Cups. This is going to be in the future. What is this? Cancer, Gemini, Leo. Leo season. Something about August. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, the moon. Yeah, this is your shadow right now. Pisces energy, like I said, okay? The moon is Pisces as well. So Gemini, Pisces, okay? Something about not being able to heal something. Maybe not feeling like you have the courage. But if she loves you, she'll go through the tower with you. And I'm not saying this could be a tower with, you're going to be out homeless on the street in a tent, okay? The tower moment is you having to adjust from the life that you're used to living. And both men and women alike have to adjust to that. Which is why I find it a beautiful thing for these men who are doing these DIY construction projects, and I'm turning this trailer into a livable space for me and my family. Don't even have to be no trailer. You just move. Maybe it's not, because in my dream, I had a dream too where I had all the furniture was moved around and I was in this place, and it was about downsizing, okay? It was about downsizing in the dream. So that could be relevant. As we close out, Spirit, you and your loved ones are safe, and your dreams need a practical plan. You just need to make some adjustments, okay? Work through your fears, okay? Communication is key. Look at God, okay? So I love you. I send you healing and love and tons of hopes of positive outcomes for whoever is experiencing this. Slight detour, okay? Slight detour. Just make your adjustments. Practical. You're being very practical in your thinking, but you have to communicate, okay? Work through your fears and communicate. Okay? So I again love you so much, and don't forget to get that rosemary essential oil. And when you're in your space and you need to think, just take some time to think. Let that diffuser, just fill the air with that, okay? And some eucalyptus oil. Okay? Don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about it. Gratitude gets you a long way. Okay? Have a beautiful day.